It's Levack and Goz on 104.5 The Team.
After the last interview, it's amazing that anyone would sit down across from us. Mark Benson, the athletic director for University of Albany, joins us right now. Will Brown and Greg Gattuso said they're taking our jobs. Is there any chance you would hire us to help out with the football and basketball programs?
Yeah, I think if we're talking a financial swap, I mean, I might be willing to accept that financially if ESPN Radio will absorb Coach Gattuso and Coach Brown's salary. We'll take yours on as long as those two can advise you two on our side. I think we could probably work something out.
I mean, if you took a look at our salary, the reason I know you haven't is you haven't started laughing yet. You financially, it would almost be worth losing.
The reason I'm not laughing is because I think it's a good deal for us. So, I mean, I know you're paid your weight in gold, as they say, and you could both deserve more. I can go on record as saying that for you back at the station. But it would be good.
I shouldn't go. You negotiate my next deal?
Hey, I'm happy to.
The first time I jumped on the scale with a bottle of water and a donut in my hand.
Well, and we could load you down with coins and all kinds of, ankle weights, and we could drive up the value.
Mark Benson with this big game tonight at the Sefcu Arena, Vermont. I believe they lost in the America East 17 years ago or something like that. It's ridiculous.
I think that sounds right. I think George Washington was a sophomore in high school the last time they won. So
he was in their dental program.
Yeah, so we got a shot.
So well. How do you beat this team? I know Albany's really, really good, don't get me wrong, but how do you, as a guy who gets to watch these guys all the time, what do you expect from your kids tonight?
Well, it's easy for me to say because I'm not a coach, but I have watched them a lot, and I think they're very well coached. They all know their roles. They all do their job. I think you get the same effort night in, night out, possession by possession. So, they don't do a lot, I think, to beat themselves. Our team, we've had, great stretches of basketball this year and years past. I think, it's a good matchup. I know it's one that, everyone in the America East fans, they look forward to. I think we got a great tradition together. We're close games, whether it's here or at their place. So, I think if we just come and bring our energy, and Coach Brown, I know, will do a great job having the team prepared and ready, and there should be no lack of motivation. As you said, George Washington was a sophomore last time they lost the league game, so we got him here. Let's just give it our best shot.
It's that plus the media side of it. If you're not able to listen to the game on 104.5, the team are going to have it for you, but you also have the broadcast on ESPNU tonight in front of a national audience. What does that show about the significance of tonight's game?
I think it's a recognition, because we don't get that many chances as a league on ESPNU platform, that it's a marquee matchup. And I think it's two of the stronger traditional programs in the America East. Certainly there's other really good teams, but to have it on our campus to showcase Sefcu Arena, our program, is a really exciting opportunity. So I hope we're going to have a great crowd. We've got a pretty good tickets out ahead of where we were for the Purple Growl, which is a great night in attendance. So hopefully folks will come out, and everybody's cooped up in their house yesterday, so what a great opportunity. I can break more news here. We do have heat inside Sefcu Arena, so for those of you who would like to come in and be warm, come on over.
We got Mark Benson with us right now, getting ready to host the Vermont Catamounts. What's a catamount?
That's a good question. I think it's a mythical creature. No, I've seen their logo. It's some sort of mountain cat, I believe.
Oh, and,
right.
I was looking around for. No one here has tattoos, but sometimes you might get a random tattoo of the catamount. That's a solid one there.
That's a lion, though.
That's a lion?
It's a mythical lion with a sword.
What's the rampant lion?
That could be their next logo.
They're not cool enough for that. We're not going. I won't share. If the Great Danes want one, I'll work with them.
We appreciate that support. Yeah.
No, so have the kids come out enough? Have the students been out enough to support this team? Like, are we expecting a good turnout?
We are expecting a good turnout. It's difficult. We have a very long winter break at UAlbany, longer than most. So you're talking 5.5 weeks when our students are gone from December through January. So that's a long time to go, and we keep playing. We don't take off. So we have I would say about 55% of our schedule, students aren't here. So recently we've been able to kind of drill down to reach out to the students that live in the capital region, that are UAlbany students. And we've also done some promotions. Stuyvesant Plaza does a great promotion for a $5 ticket if you go to one of their vendors during those winter breaks. So it's a bit of a challenge, but certainly when our students are on campus, we've got great support. We always do better. We're always asking, for more folks to come out. But the Big Purple Growl is the first game back it was a week ago, not
Right.
even. So that's the first game back for our students.
Wow.
On the men's side, they came out in great numbers, great crowd. So I think we're expecting the same tonight, and it makes a huge difference. We have great fans, whether they're students or the community, but when Sefcu is packed and loud, it's a tough place to play, and we've been very fortunate, that we have had great support this year and past years, and we just the more that turn out, the tougher it is for our opponents to play.
Now, Levack, you touched on this a little bit earlier in the hour that Coach Greg Gattuso has signed an extension with UAlbany football. I know you were a part of this decision. What went into the decision of extending Coach Gattuso?
Well, I think the transition into the CAA is a really tough one. Prior to the CAA, when we were in the NAC, we did not have the full accomplishment of scholarships within the CAA. You have to offer the maximum number of scholarships. So there was a ramp up there, and just in terms of sheer numbers of scholarship student athletes. CAA is widely regarded, I think, as top to bottom, the toughest FCS conference. I always tell people it's the SEC of FCS football. That's a lot of acronyms. But week in, week out, it's a field goal league or touchdown league. If you look at the scores, they're usually really close. And so I think just watching, I just finished my fourth season here, 3 years, calendar years, but 4 seasons, in the growth of the program. I think you can see it in the size, the speed, the strength of our players. We passed that eye test. We look like a CAA team. We're starting to get some depth that some of the other programs have. I think Coach Gattuso has done a great job academically with our team. You're talking about 100-plus guys and a cumulative GPA of just under a 3.0.
Wow.
So that's a really great accomplishment, as does the rest of our program. And, we have this motto, it's great leaders, great champions, great Danes. That's what we expect of our coaches, our student athletes, and our staff. And certainly he and his staff and program exemplify that. Community service, you guys probably met Luke Hogue, our young man that the team's kind of adopted through the Friends of Jacqueline program, and he's at our practices, he's at our games. Our student athletes keep in touch with him as he's battling through his health issues, or the Challengers football series that we do, and other things throughout the community. So I think Coach Gattuso, they've done a great job ingraining themselves in the community. Really happy about the direction we're headed, and we've seen glimpses, right? I think if you look back, our first ever FBS win over Buffalo, that was a statement victory. We've been ranked in the top 25 several times over the past 4 seasons. And, you look back at this past season on paper, if you didn't watch the games or didn't know, it wasn't the greatest, season on paper. But in the reality, we were an injury or 2 away and a game and a couple games from really having a completely different season when we're in the playoffs, top 10 in the country, which we were close at the midway point. So those are glimpses of our future, and I'm really excited about the direction we're headed.
I don't want to turn this all into football because obviously the big event right now is Vermont being in this gym tonight, but great signing period too. Is it coincidental that the contract gets done the day after he signs all these great kids, or was that like a final, how do we let a guy like this go when he's able to get this kind of talent to stay home? Yeah,
I think good recruiting class. A lot of New York kids, a lot of local kids, Shaker, Troy High School.
Troy goes from the championship right into the purple and gold.
And I think purple and gold from purple and gold, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So I'm sure that didn't have anything to do with it. But no, the timing, this has been something that Coach and I have been talking about. We talked about it before the season. And just to, hey, we're going to do this. Let's just work through this contract extension. Let's not have the season get caught up during the season, but just know after the season we're going to sit down and talk and work something out. So he knew going into the season that we and I were prepared to extend his contract. The timing is great. We're a big state operation, so sometimes the wheels move a little slowly, as they do at many large places,
right.
And so it just was really nice timing. Of course, the snowstorm yesterday, knocked us off a day, but it's no surprise you're talking UAlbany football. We got a great UAlbany football T-shirt on. I'm sure Coach planted that so he'd get more airtime today.
It's funny that Will Brown and Scott Martin will yell at me for not wearing UAlbany shirts, but the only one who ponied up a shirt was Gattuso. So
I feel the same way. I have the same conversations. I found this lapel pin somewhere so I could always have UAlbany, but I know where you're coming from. Trust me.
And your little guy there, Charlie Volker. We were on Radio Row in Minnesota for the Super Bowl. He wears the shirt one day. It was, oh, great job, guys. I wear it the next day, and I don't get
crickets.
I get nothing.
Crickets.
I get nothing.
That's how Charlie is.
Charlie's the best.
He plays favorites.
They name streets after him. They're called one way sometimes. So.
Mark Benson, the athletic director for UAlbany. Thank you for always opening the door, sis. We really appreciate it. We love being here and supporting the team, and we love having him on our airwaves.
Appreciate our partnership with you guys. Appreciate you being here at Sefcu today, and hopefully we'll see you tonight. So anytime. Hopefully
they take down those Catamounts tonight. I know Greg Gattuso guaranteed a victory against Vermont tonight.
Perfect.
And then Will Brown guaranteed a victory against Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice.
So
I can live with both of those, and I can sleep at night knowing I did not put that pressure on either one of them.
Good. So no guarantees out of you for anything, like for the lacrosse team, nothing. Okay.
That is the best form of peer pressure I think I've ever heard. So
I love it.
I like that. And
Mark Benson guarantees a great concession stand.
That's right.
Quick ticket taking.
Cold weather.
Right, and some seat backs in there, which are very nice.
Very nice in there, yeah.
And a brand new scoreboard.
High definition scoreboard. Yeah. Those things I can deliver.
See, I'm on point. I know the message. Mark, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.